All right. Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is the Art of Letting Go. Today, I got a special guest in the building. Um, Man, I've been knowing this dude for a really long time, probably since like had to be like 2006, maybe, because I moved.
Yeah,
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 because I moved to New Orleans in 2004. Katrina was 2005, so maybe like 2006. But
definitely.
we started out doing street promotions. Um, You started your own label, Fly Tracks.
Man, I found the
uh,
business card like maybe a month ago. I was dying laughing. Like, man.
hey man, and on some real shit, you was one of them first people that really like believed in just Mike Brown, man, and what I was
Man,
doing and like beats or just whatever the fuck I
hell
had
yeah,
going
yeah,
on at the
man. Me
time.
and you
Like,
was get a lot of late nights, man. You ain't yeah, a lot of late nights with us too.
yeah,
Definitely.
man. You mind introducing yourself to the people?
Oh man, it's creative director, Major Mook, man. What's going on?
Man, not too much. Shit, how are you doing today?
I'm blessed, man. I'm super blessed. I was looking forward to sitting down chatting with you, man. The damn housekeeper came and we get out at 8:30, so I went to made a Whole Foods run and all that stuff, so she can do her thing. Just to come back and see stuff that I felt like she ain't do. So I had to send that email out like, hey, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, nah, the morning's good, man. About to start everything off right today.
That's what's up,
Survive the
man.
storm, of course.
Yeah, man. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm glad y'all safe out there.
Yeah, man, it's a storm every other week out here right now, man. Hurricane. I need to stop saying storm. It's a hurricane every other week, bro. It's crazy.
That's
It's
crazy.
super
I
crazy.
thought I thought I mean I thought the season was over, about the end or something.
Yeah. Well, right around. Yeah, it's like we had that tipping point where it's almost over, but
Yeah,
it's still yeah. I think they got a rumor saying another one's coming next week or some crap. So yeah, man, it's nuts. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts.
that's
We've been
crazy.
dodging them though. We've been dodging them.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. How's that West Coast treating you, man? Like we said before, man, I'm definitely missing that West Coast, brother. I'm
Man,
definitely missing that West Coast.
it's dope, man. Like I still love it out here, and I think moving again has kind of like made it feel new to me again. So I feel like I just got back out here, because
Nice, nice,
I moved
nice.
out to the valley
Yeah, you was
and
telling me.
got back out here in June in Hollywood. So it's just like, man, it feel like I'm back in LA again.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. How often do you go to Westwood?
uh, Shit,
Not
not
a lot. That
often,
was my little
man.
spot. That was my little
Yeah.
weekend spot, man. I used to go to Dee Reese and stuff.
Okay, like over there by
Yeah,
UCLA. Yeah.
yeah, get right by USA there, like the PJs and stuff, the In and Out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was my little weekend day spot there, man. Get those dollar cookie joints with the ice
Yeah.
cream. Yeah, yeah, that was my spot, man.
That's what's
That was
up.
my spot out there, just trying to figure it out. I was out there trying to figure it out, man.
Man,
Young,
I don't
broke,
know.
just
I don't
full of
know if that's ever
ambition.
gonna stop. I don't know if it's ever gonna stop
Yeah,
figuring it out.
yeah, real talk. Every day, man, every day. But
But
yeah, man, what's up?
man, this is. I feel like it's been a really long time since we've like just chopped it up. Because I know I moved out of New Orleans in 2009, and I
Yeah,
feel like we ran into each other once in Houston. You was with
in
Raj
Houston.
on a gig,
Yeah,
and then I saw
yeah,
you last time I was in New Orleans,
yeah,
at
yeah,
that
yeah. For a
restaurant.
quick 5 minutes. Yeah, quick little 5 seconds. Yeah.
But man, like what has your life been like since then? I mean, I know you was definitely like heavy in just the music scene out there, but like how have things been since? Like from 2009 to maybe like 2012, like how were things?
Man, well, I mean, I guess the cliche answer would be just a lot of ups and downs, but definitely a lot of ups and downs. To be as transparent as possible. Yeah, like right around the time you left, the music business was still kind of booming. Not internet. So during that time, it was a lot of work down here, and that's kind of when I made my mark with the music and everything. We kind of held the keys to the city at that time, all the way maybe to like 14, 15. But when this internet kicked in, man, and other things, and me becoming a family man and stuff like that, during that time, uh, everything kind of stopped for me for the most part. I kind of had to like mentally figure it out, you know. And that's when I might have took a couple steps back with everything. But taking steps back, I still was making a lot of bad decisions in life during that time, you know, because you're taking steps back, but you're still trying to keep up at the same
Yeah,
time, and that's a real bad mix. You know what I'm saying? Trying to trying to figure things out, but yet still look like you got it figured out. That was like I spent like maybe 4 years of that. You know, but outside of that, man, I think around 2018 is when I really kind of caught my mojo again, and start doing the independent music thing again, and just opening up other different companies and just trying to create more. And life's been good these last 12 months, man. It's been really
that's what's
good.
up,
Yeah, it's been really good.
man. What was that moment of like self realization for you? Like, what was that moment that made everything switch?
Man, it's crazy that you asked that because the moment for me was when I pretty much can you see me really good, Mike? I know I got a glare in the back. Am I
Yeah, I can
good?
see you. Yeah,
Okay. The moment for me, I think would be where most would look from the outside and see me sitting on a high horse during this time of my life. New crib, new whips, new everything and looking good. But that's when the mental had really kind of broke down the most. And that's kind of odd. You would think the mental would break down when you're struggling and trying to figure things out. But mine, I guess hitting that what I thought was the mountaintop of success and happiness. I guess when I got to the top of that mountain and sat down up there, I realized how lonely it is right there, and how I was, and and all of the dark things started to sink in then, and that's when I really made a 360, really with everything, during that time, and with that time came a lot of hardship once I made that decision, but we out of the hardship now, man, and we're in a better spot. So yeah, I think when I hit the top of the pinnacle is when I realized that shit's real, and
yeah.
I wasn't, where I wanted to be. So yeah, man, that's exactly when it happened.
That's what's up, man. And just
Yeah.
sitting here with you, like you just feel
Yeah.
a lot more peaceful, man. Because I like as you talking,
You the
I'm
asshole, Mook,
thinking about
man.
what like how I remember you, yeah, and to an
Yeah.
extent, like you were an asshole, but you were also like very serious and passionate about the
Yeah.
shit you was doing, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you was
Yeah.
always a loner too, man.
Yeah.
Always a
Yeah, a lot of
loner.
people don't know that, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot, yeah. You are one of the few that knew that. Yeah, I never really did the big crowd thing. Yeah, and just always, yeah, man. The always try to take a strip from who I thought was the heroes in the games, and thought you kind of always had to be firm and stern, and you know, uh, just we was accomplishing a lot, Mike, when we was rolling. I don't know if you really know, man. We was doing a lot at our age, and not being able to really enjoy because you was so, like you said, I was so focused on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? To where, man, yeah, that breaks you down after a while. I think I earned every grade I got, man. I earned every last one of them, man. Every last grade I got, I earned, brother. No sleep. Just running and running and just trying to take over the world one day at a time, man. But
Yeah, man.
yeah,
And it,
it's so much peaceful now, bro. It's so much peaceful now, man.
and when you say that, man, like just thinking about like how young we were, like that's kind of a like a wild mentality to be in
Yeah, yeah,
because like when I think about those times, like I really wanted to be the man at that time. And it was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nigga, you're only
yeah.
like 20. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right,
But and
right.
when I look back, it hindered me from like having the opportunity to connect with people like Greg.
Yeah,
I mean, we were connected, but even like really connecting with you on a
yeah,
level
yeah,
like this,
yeah,
because like I don't know, it's different in the South, man. Like everybody just wanna be
yeah,
the
man.
big dog.
Yeah, to add to that, I know we're gonna get to the book, but to add to that, I did the launch last week, like the I guess the book signing, but it was more of a event, a Q&A, and me just talking, and that was one of the key things I said about not meeting. I think the last year and a half, man, with finding, I guess, considered the new me or the peace. Man, I think I've met more genuine friends now within like a year and a half, bro, than I did in like the last 8 years.
I can believe it.
Like I find
I
myself
can believe it.
enjoying a room, going like tonight. You know me. Literally tonight, I'm going to a house party like with one of someone I know. I would have never went. You know what I'm saying? 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And just really enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed the company of people, man, this last year and a half more than any time.
Yeah.
And I say that at my event. That's why when you said that, it like kind of hit home. We was trying so much to be so much that where we was,
Bro,
declining all kind of growth.
we were boys being led by boys. You
Real
know what I'm
talk.
saying?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's no diss to nobody, but it's just like the mentality
yeah, yeah,
still on some young shit. I will say
yeah.
the one dude that always like, man, Raj was just, and probably still is to this day, but like Raj, just the
Special
way
man.
he was disciplined, and like
Yeah, he's
just the way
special.
he carried himself even back then,
He's
like it was
special.
very mature. And
Yeah.
back then, like,
Nah, we
because
weren't trying to hear that shit.
yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
wasn't trying to be connected to that. I was trying to be
yeah,
connected to the chains and shit like that.
yeah,
But in
yeah.
my adult life, like I feel very Raj smooth in my life. You know what
Hell
I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah, Roger's special cat. And I think that's why we roll so much together because I learned how to not take the traits I hate about him, but yeah, take the traits I love about him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
and I mean, he's just a special cat. He's gonna always be our OG, our mentor. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No matter what field we do, we're gonna always keep some of those lessons he taught. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
And he just
and
always
everything
was
we
like
do.
very sure of himself, and just
Yeah,
the way he
definitely.
carried himself was just like
Yeah, yeah.
looking back, I'm
Very
like,
sure of
man, Raj
himself.
was very dope.
Yeah. They don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter how many jokes we kick about that gear. He was about to go blow the money. He get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a perfect example. He was comfortable in his own skin, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
And yeah, man. And like I mean, we're talking. It took us, myself, it took me years to get there,
Yeah,
to get comfortable in my own skin.
absolutely. No, I
That's
definitely
that's
understand.
that's
Yeah.
that's a that, yeah, man.
Let me see. Yo, am I am I am I uh am I cutting in and out on your end?
No, you good. No, you good, money.
Okay, because you was kind of cutting
It
cutting
was
out on
somewhat, but
mine.
not. Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't. It wasn't bad. I thought you was reading comments or something. Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. I saw you moving. Yeah, oh, yeah. That's why I say that. I was like, wow, you
No, it's
might
all
ask me a
good.
question or something.
But
Yeah.
man, I wanted, because you mentioned the book, I wanted to get into the book, The Major Laws.
Oh yeah, man.
And the
Thanks
first
for thanks
question
for purchasing that, man. Because I could have sent
absolutely.
that to you, man. Thank you. Appreciate
Nah,
that.
man, I definitely wanted to support. And what's so crazy is I'm not a big reader.
Yeah.
I read this
I'll
book.
be shocked to hear you say that though, man. Yeah, I'm
You
surprised
know
you're not a
what?
big reader.
I
You
read,
got the
but I
glasses
don't
and
finish.
shit.
But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got the whole little reading little uniform
it's a
on,
part,
man.
it's a part of the aesthetic. It's just
Gotcha,
a part of the
gotcha,
aesthetic.
gotcha.
But man, I read this book in a day, and I'm not
Wow.
bullshitting you. Like I literally sat on the bed and I just read, and it just moved me. It was an easy read, but it spoke to me in a language that I understood. So I appreciate you for writing it, and I congratulate you for doing it.
Oh, appreciate that, man. I mean,
Yeah,
like you
man.
said, you've been knowing me for a while. I mean, me writing a book is nuts, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And just like I
Yeah,
said, just from the place that it was written from, is like I said,
yeah,
we,
yeah.
granted, I'm here, you there, and we haven't been in touch the whole time on the journey. The journey is still very connected, man.
Yeah, man,
And
definitely,
it's
definitely.
dope. It's dope to like grow, but also see people that are growing at the same pace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
definitely, man.
it's cool, man. To Because sometimes, like for me, I could be doing so much that I could feel completely disconnected from
Mm.
everything of the past. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I've built so much in the present. So the past almost feels like a disconnection, but to have somebody like you or like somebody from back home that's, you know, still like in that mindset of just growing and shit, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
man, like,
man.
okay, I'm not out here alone. I'm not out here tripping. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I
Right.
appreciate that, man.
No, I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate you with that. That was definitely. I don't use the word hard because it was a release, but that was definitely one of the most intense things I ever done. You know what I'm saying? That was real intense. Every time typing words on that, it was like you about to open this door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like a door that nobody knows. Like, yeah, so that was a lot. You know, that it was definitely a lot. It was definitely enjoyable, but it was a lot. Definitely.
yeah. Um, I got one question that just popped in my mind
What you got?
before I get to the book. But man, I really want to know, how was the process of letting go of your old self, like letting go of who you thought Mook was to becoming who Mook is today?
How hard was it?
Well,
Oh,
like what was it like? What was the process like for you?
I think I think the hardest part of the process, how can I use this metaphorically? The hardest part of the process was literally like, let's say you want to go to the DMV or something. The hardest part of going to DMV is what? In your mind, getting in a car just to go there. Because you know that line is going to be, and then when you get there, you might be there like maybe 35 minutes top. So you're like, so for me, I say that to say the hardest part for me was looking in the mirror and stripping down everything that I thought that I was. You know what I'm saying? So once I became
Absolutely.
pretty much butt naked in that moment, being a visionary or being true to self, you know what the process is gonna be. So you know the ups and downs. Like if you're we're visionary, so we know it's like you making a beat or me right. Like you know where the finish line's at. So the process was easy. It was all about me getting up and going to the mirror to start the process.
Yeah,
That was the most
man.
difficult thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause once I was butt negative, it was like, all right, God, it's your turn now, man. You know, I'm gonna follow this. You know, this breadcrumb that you're leaving, and I know if I do it this way or whatever we got, I'm gonna be good. So let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's get it done. So yeah, the process was super easy. It was just getting to that mirror. He was just getting in the car driving to that DMV. You know,
Yeah,
that was the hardest part.
yeah, man.
You know, like once I got out the car, it was like, oh, they got like 4 people in line. All right, I'm good now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, you know, but just going is the toughest part ever. You know, and that's why when it once again at the event when people ask, you know, what advice you like, that's something that no one can give. Like you can't give no one that advice. Like they just have to be ready to go to that mirror. You know, so once I was ready to go to, because it was always in the back of my mind. You know, even like before you left, it was always in the back of my mind. You know,
yeah,
doing this, doing that, unhappiness, trying to fake it, whatever, whatever. Like, but hey, man, it finally was time to to walk to that mirror. You know,
yeah, man.
yeah, that was it.
Like as you talking, like I'm like so much stuff for me is coming up of like just that time of my life living in New Orleans, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like not that I blocked a lot of it out of my mind, but it's just I don't think about it no more, because I used to live in that mindset of like comparing myself to who I was and like who I thought I was supposed to be and shit like that, and like not truly just allowing myself to just be, but
yeah,
also like looking at
yeah.
like just the way I used to like overcompensate and shit. Like I didn't want people to see who I was and my soul. So it's like, look at my shoes, look at my clothes,
Yeah, man.
look at this
Yeah,
BBC hoodie. Like,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
look at me. Don't recognize
yeah,
me. Don't
yeah,
recognize Mike Brown.
yeah.
Recognize these Jordans I got on my feet. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, it's super crazy. That's how can I word that? That was me, but not, but not to say that, but I feel like you're still that. I feel like that wasn't you for as the material things, because I think you just always like dope shit.
Yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like me and you the only ones on the earth. We
that's
still
true.
gonna be like, yo,
Yeah,
let's go to the mall, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
But I
Yeah,
understand what you're saying.
yeah,
And I think mine was different. I think mine was what you said earlier, just the cockiness, the verbalness. You know, me, I don't know if children watch this not, but me want to always smack some motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that was the part that I was trying to front on. You know what I'm saying? Just that anger that I was so quick to try to release.
yeah.
Like I'm always want to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, and
I'm
and that's
all,
what that's what I
yeah,
was gonna say. Like, I think what I realized, like once I came into myself, is like, yes, the clothes are fresh.
you're right.
I'm what's making them fresh, because the same another nigga can
Yeah,
have the same
exactly.
outfit,
Yeah, real talk. Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah,
ain't me in it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
really had to realize, because I was thinking like, it's the Jordans, it's this, it's that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not also
yeah,
recognizing like, nigga is looking dope because it's on you, because of who, and not because of nothing but who you are. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
How you carry
yeah,
yourself. Like, nigga, I got on glasses. You know
yeah.
what I'm
That's a great
saying?
way of looking at
And
it.
and
That's a
and
dope
I
way of
I
looking at it.
feel good. Like, when I see myself in glasses, sometimes I be like, damn, like,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
that nigga.
yeah.
And this is not supposed to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right, right.
really defining what cool is to us is dope. And shit,
Yeah, man.
what's cool to you right now?
That's a great question, man. Me and someone was texting the other day about things like that. Man, honestly, being cool to me is I know how the Instagram may be looking, and of course, we want to be fresh and we want to motivate, and we want to always look like we got things going on, man. But the coolest thing for me is someone, you know, seeing me and giving me the cliche topic of, oh yeah, he's dope. He looks, but the kids, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, having the kids in school and picking them up or bringing them whenever I can, and just, like being that cool ass dad now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like going, I can go to a college party, but yet still have my, still be the dad at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
That part is really the most peacefulness that I get, like just living just that full life now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, learning how to be a family man now, or learning how to be a better father, and just a better friend. Like I said, yeah, like, being able to go in rooms now and literally have great conversation and enjoy it with people I may know or may not know. Like, that is like the coolest shit in the world to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know, always keeping my ears open for advice, and now accepting this OG term, and giving advice. Before, you should talk, but now, like, I really see people really want the advice for real.
Yeah.
And it feels good for me to be able to, to do consulting with a lot of people. A lot of it be free of charge. Just meeting with certain 24 to 28-year-old that's trying to create something or branding something, and we really just sit there at the coffee shop, and I'm just giving them, all the dope ideas that I can, man. I think that's just where I'm at now, in life, and it's so enjoyable, yeah, like it's just really enjoyable to kind of, uh, I guess, pass the baton type of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's been really good. It's been really dope.
Man,
I've been enjoying it.
I mean, you were a dad when I was out there, but like, what is it like
Right.
now, managing like just the work life balance? Like, how do you balance it?
Man, I promise I'm not lying when I keep saying I was just talking about that. Like, but my close, like my, I know guys will say best friend, but like my best friend last night, man, he was running it. Darius, one that lives in New York, I used to always tell you about. He, I just released a vintage coffee is like my new lifestyle brand,
Okay.
and yeah, and it's where the book comes from. I'm slowly but surely trying to back away from the We Major thing, and just kind of do everything through vintage coffee, far as in a lifestyle consultant, everything. And he was just calling to compliment me on the campaign that we ran with the shirts and everything. And he's a very successful black man in New York, but he still was like, bro, how you have the time to do all this?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I don't know, man. I think once again, that's where them gray hairs come in at, man. It's my brain just don't really rest too much. I'm learning that I need to sleep. And I still try to get my 45-minute workout in four times a week. So, I mean, you're a creator, Mike. We just roll, man. We just
Yeah,
roll, and like I say, just inserting the kids in the daily routine or the weekend routine, like it just makes it easier. Like I don't have to, like I don't have to drop them off to go run to a video shoot no more. Like all the things we
yeah,
create, I can do it right in this room while they're in the other room. So
that's real.
like just and just learning that the I guess the biggest, I think the best phrase of 2020 I've learned, and I just feel like it pierced my heart the most, was my time is my inventory. So, so just using my time wisely, from creative to working to that, and to being a good boyfriend, whatever situation is, like my time is very valuable. And I just feel like I try to do something great with each minute of the day. I just try to do something great in one of those departments. You know what I'm saying?
Man, um,
Yeah.
I feel that. What advice would you give to fathers that are, I mean, being parents and chasing their dreams at the same time?
Oh man, that's a good one there, man. You definitely got to put the family first. But you also got to give yourself a progress report. I think that helps me a lot too. Give yourself a 3 month checklist, and include them in it. Like if your kids are old enough to have conversations where you let them know where daddy's at now, and if I do, I'm at 60% right here. So hey, in July I might be at 80, y'all. This and that, or your girl, or if it's a woman, your boy, whatever the situation may be, whoever your spouse is, just keeping them updated on your creating and on your progress. Because the flip side of it is, you might be in denial of, you might be digressing in what you're trying to do, and you may need someone to tell you or help you out with a plan B, not telling you to just shut your dream down, but sometimes things may need to get a little, you might got to remix some things, so just giving yourself checklists. Just don't be in the blind trying to do both. You kind of got to know those pit stops are at. um and that's how I was with the music. Like we still in the music. But during the pandemic, I had to realize, like I can't really try to invest a lot into an artist at this moment. Like there's no kickback right now. So
Yeah,
I have to tell the fam, they're like, okay, I'm gonna fall back a little right now until they open doors up a little more, or until we figure out some kind of merch situation or some online attack. But as of right now, I know I can't just be have the blind dream like we're gonna get signed next week. Like, dude, you can't
yeah,
even fly to New York right now half the time.
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta just, you gotta just, your time, once again, go back to your time is your inventory. You have to really use your time wisely at, being a father, a spouse, just anything you're trying to do. Time is everything, man. Like, don't waste your time on something. Don't waste it.
I feel that. I
Yeah, yeah.
I got another parent question because I don't think I told you, but I'm teaching elementary school music right now.
Well,
So
you didn't tell. I mean, we followed each other. Yeah, I
yeah,
knew you was in education field. Yeah.
yeah,
How's that, man? That's a
it
salute to
is
you,
I
man.
appreciate that, man. It's an amazing experience. I work with pre-K through first grade, and
Oh, you got
so
them, man.
it's kind of the foundation. So I was
Man,
gonna
I
ask
had to
you.
I had to bring a belt to Supreme School the other day. His first year, man. He's killing me. He's in that cut. I'm like, man, and he's not even that kind of dude. Like he's like laid back, chill. But when they come to school, they're like, you gotta come get him, man. He's saying no
Yes.
to everything. you know. So I mean, how you deal with that type of thing? You tell a kid to, to color, and they tell you no, like, man. And it's like, how
And
do you deal with that?
you got to give them an alternate. Like they may want something else. You know what I mean? Like he may not want to color.
Okay.
He may want to work on music. He may want to do something else.
Nice,
You know what
nice,
I'm saying?
nice, nice. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at that.
Yeah. But
That's
I was gonna
dope, man.
ask you.
Congrats on that.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, congrats on that.
Being that you've worked in music for so long and you have kids, what do you feel like? kids should be learning in music in school?
And these are kids that actually like music,
Yeah,
that's
and I
into
mean,
music.
even if like, let's say when you were in elementary school, what would you have feel like you would have wanted to learn as as a as a student of music, like knowing what you know about the game now,
Well,
and like the overall game, like from being a musician to a business or any
yeah,
creative, like
yeah.
what do
Well, I
you feel
think the
like
only
kids should
thing
be
that I
learning
hate, yeah, the only thing you were hate, the only thing that I let myself down with being in music, because I've always loved behind the scenes. You know that I never want to be a rapper or a singer or artist, but I'm so mad, and I'm actually I think 2020 I actually been going back and forth in my brain once I could find a window to do it, learning music. Like I want to learn how to play, like I think I'm gonna start with keys or something like that. Like I think every kid should try to pick up some kind of instrument. I feel like that's, if they have any kind of love for it, should definitely to acting right now. So she's an acting class. But the minute she said music, we're gonna do piano lessons, we're gonna do drum. Like I think all kids should know, what I'm saying, some kind of instrument. I think that's like that gotta be foundation. Business part, you wait late on for all that, what I'm saying. But right now, if you know how to make a make a sound, you need to be really educated on how to create that sound. Whether it's drums, keys,
yeah
a violin. Like I think every kid, I think I'm like to the point I feel like they need to even insert that in the class. Like fourth grade need to be some kind of
man
music instrumental type of thing.
absolutely. I feel like music should be taught as a language, you know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes,
I feel like
yes,
it shouldn't be taught as like some skill or some tool. Like it is a tool, but it's not a
yeah,
skill of like good or bad. I think it's like I could play a drum at you a certain way and you'll
uh,
understand what I'm saying, and you play a drum
yeah,
at me, you'll understand that shit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
man. And that's great you said that, because I think that's gonna come. I mean, look at what Black Thought. Isn't he a professor now at, I think, Harvard somewhere, like one of those schools, Ivy
Yeah.
League schools, music, like it's just strictly music type thing. I think Mia X is now here in New Orleans, and she's at Loyola teaching some kind of music music class. So yeah, nah, it's definitely coming. I think. Yeah, I definitely think a music class. Man, and the crazy part about that, when Watch Your Throne came out, I was like, yo, someone can do a class on just this album. I was
Yeah.
like, somebody should
Yeah.
do a class on Watch the Throne album. I used to always say that, like the Jews that them guys was dropping. Now it's kind of normalized. Now a lot of artists are being more transparent and digging in deeper history. But that album was like, man, them dudes are really like trying to tell us, like even just from the cover. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I was like, this is a class. Like this is a class. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nah, but man,
Hey,
yeah,
that
I think you should push the.
you know
What you
what's
say?
funny though? I feel like you would definitely be the one to teach that class though. Like
Oh, I would love to. Yeah, I would love to. Because that's all we do anyway at the house. I mean, how we used to
yeah.
run in the park.
Yeah.
We decode every single thing, man. And I drive Courtney crazy. Like, we be riding. I'd be like, yo, you know what he just said right there? Like we just try to break things down.
Yeah.
Nah, man, decoding music is amazing. And in the book, um, none of the quotes came from rap lines, but some of the quotes were definitely decoding some of what artists were saying. Like I would
Yeah.
hear a line and I'll kind of write it down. And of course I formed it in the ways I wanted to, but a lot of that definitely came from music and pastors sitting in services. You
Yeah.
know,
Man,
yeah,
one of my favorite chapters was, I think it was, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 10. Is
oh
that
yeah,
is that what
man,
it was?
yeah. I think it's chapter 10 or 13, something like that. Yeah, man, that's
That spoke to me, man. And
yeah, yeah.
how did you come to that realization? Because kind of going back to what we were talking about from, being in our 20s and trying to compete with people that's been doing this, forever, like how did you come to that realization?
Wow. Without, man, because you actually know the person.
Yeah, you don't have to say no names or nothing.
Yeah, because once again, a lot of the quotes was coming during the quarantine stages. Really just can't really go outside at all, and I was, we take our medication that we take to create and things like that. So I was on the back porch and um streaming through music, and I ran across an old hip hop artist that I worked with. I think you might have sent him records back then or something like that. But and I just kind of went deep thought about when we worked together and things like that. And I mean, to this day, he's still one of the most amazing artists. I one of the illest MCs I know. But I used to always say to him, bro, you got to stop. Like, all his ideas were coming from people that already made it, and like he would get frustrated about, and I'm like, bro, like, you don't know their process, like you don't know how many, bedposts this guy done slept in or in the car, or how
Yeah.
many, what I'm saying, turkey sandwiches he ate before he's enjoying these steaks. Like, you don't really know his like, you're comparing where you're at to where he's at right now.
Yeah.
Like, and that, and that definitely enabled him, disabled him, honestly. No way enabled, whatever the term is. For materialistic things, you can't really afford a house mortgage, but you try to go out there and do it instead of just, staying, getting a roommate until you're ready.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, your homeboy got the crib, so like, you need the crib, what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, you can't compare your situations to other people's situations. What I'm saying? Like, you can't, everybody can't go, at least at the same time. Everybody can go, but not at the same time. So that was the biggest thing, man. Like, you got to know what you're at your moment, and know that, whatever you see in the other person that's exciting to you, just know that you're gonna get there at your pace.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
really, really accepting where you at. Like, okay,
yeah,
I'm
and
here today,
that's
but that
pretty
don't
much
mean I'm
a
gonna be
better
here
way to say it.
forever.
Yeah, just
You
accepting
know?
where you're at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
definitely, man.
What was your favorite quote out of the book?
I have two. Definitely learn to unlearn.
Okay.
That was the biggest. Because that hit me. That hit me the most, just from a parenting standpoint. Um, being a better boyfriend now than when I was a husband. Because during the husband stage, the things I was going by off of what I was taught was fucking horrible. I
Yeah.
mean, my OGs were bad husbands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm inserting everything I learned from them into what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, the whole strip naked part again, looking in the mirror, knowing the process, and now knowing, okay, God, now I'm here. I'm gonna unlearn all that stuff I learned before, so now I can be fresh and go a different route. So unlearning a lot of things, man, is serious. Just because just because just because your father was a bad father, I mean, you gotta be a bad father. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or just because your family never graduated high school, don't mean you can't graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, just changing the narrative on a lot of things, and that was real big to me. And also the don't blame the Eskimo, blame the wolf. That was big to me. And if you read the book, the whole dialogue of the wolf,
Yeah.
licking the blood, cutting off his own tongue. And I mean, I've done that for so many years. You know what I'm saying? Being in the wrong places and dealing with the wrong people, knowing that they're the wrong people, but only for that pleasure that you were having. You think you're having that pleasure, but man, you're literally morally, mentally killing yourself. You know, you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? You licking your own. You think you're licking the enemy's blood or the other, but you're licking your own blood. You're killing yourself. You're ripping your tongue off every day, every time you creeping out to go do something crazy that you're not supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're secretly killing yourself, and not knowing it. So once I was able to really face that, and realize, like I can't get mad at any bad luck I have. That's where the Eskimo come in at. Like, I can't get mad at a situation if I literally, fell for the bait like the wolf does. You know what I'm saying? With the knife. Like, I fell for that bait. So I can't get mad at the Eskimo. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get mad at that chick that kept calling me over. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
and I'm leaving, whoever I'm with to go do that with her. Like, how can I get mad at her? You know what I'm saying? That's my decision. I made that. That's my blood I'm licking. So yeah, those two are my favorite too. Those two are definitely my favorite too.
That's what's up, man. You gonna
Yeah.
write some more books?
I don't know, man. They definitely want me to. I don't know, man. I think I might do my Lauren Hill JLX thing with this one, man. I might let it sit for a while, man. I might let it sit for a while, man. I definitely only because every day I still get like like yourself, man. They've been out for a while, and you hit me last week with it.
Yeah.
Like I just got my book, boom, boom, boom. So I think, come on, baby. She was down to get in there. Let me show the world, man. It's being
Okay.
she was done again. All right, man. Go, girl. Yeah. She was on that dope. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this one sit. But I also think in January I'm gonna do an audio for it. So
Okay.
yeah, like you said, a lot of people they want to support. They're about all other things. Like, look, man, I ain't trying to read, man. You got no audio. You ain't got no I can ride around. Like, the podcast we're on is in. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna give them an audio top of the year. We can give them
Okay.
audio top of the year. Yeah,
That's what's
get
up.
over Raj and but my audio gonna have to be some kind of creative, cool way, like, and it would just be me just reading. Like, I'm always trying to think of something, to push the envelope on it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
feel you.
I already know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, some acting going on, some kind of
Yeah.
music, to make it like in the hip hop or something. But yeah, we're gonna do some kind of dope audio.
That's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
some kind of dope audio.
That's
That's
really
gonna be
dope.
hard. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, man.
Man, so what's next for Mook? What's next?
Man, so much, man. Every day we just trying to get better. We definitely want the vintage coffee thing to inspire people and help people. I have a nonprofit that I'm trying to begin at the top of the year called Soul to Soul Foundation. I get the Soul to Soul from. Yeah, but we flipping the Soul to Soul to, helping souls to souls. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And the music, man, is still about Zeno Moonflower. We're gonna release our first single, our second single with Miss Sade Chemical. She's an amazing artist. I think I sent it to you last night.
Yeah, you
I
did.
sent you a record last
I like
night.
it, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she's amazing, man. So in the music lane, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna yeah, all right. And we're gonna just we just waiting for these doors to open, man. It's really, I'm trying my best to create with these doors shut, man, but it's hard, man. Once the doors open up, we're able to, hit these festivals and things like that. You know how hard it is to get in Jazz Fest, man. And we landed Jazz Fest this year, man. How excited I was about that. But
Yeah.
COVID kind of, messed that up. We was on the Moet tour last summer, Zeno, and
Okay.
yeah, so we just trying to get these festivals back up, and that's where the paper at, man. We're gonna talk,
Hey man,
So
it sound like you building the doors. It don't sound like you waiting for them to open. You building them.
oh, we trying, man. We trying. I just keep needing people like you to support, man, and let the world know what we got going on. And yeah, sky's the limit, brother. Sky's
That's
the
what's up,
limit.
man.
And I
I got
told you, man. A lot of people don't know, but hopefully you still there, man. We definitely plan on coming back to that West Coast soon, man.
yeah, man. I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, we plan on coming. I'm thinking Pasadena or something like that. We
Yeah.
gonna go.
Okay.
We're gonna go. Yeah, she's trying to let me know my time stamp is up or something, man. Oh man.
Man, before we get out of here, I got one more question for you.
Now, what you got, brother?
What's one piece of advice or one life lesson that you could share with the listeners?
One life lesson. One life lesson. Never always respect your last name. You know, because your last name is gonna be here forever. You know, yeah, that's one thing I learned this year. You know, and what I mean by that is not in a cool way, just um, you know, leave something, and live with something that will make your family proud. You know, your loved ones proud. You know, represent your last name to the fullest. You know, and whatever that is. You know, bless you, bless you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. You know, put respect on your last name, man, and you know, because that's one thing. You know, even when in marriage, you really can't change your last name. You know what I'm saying? Like your name is your name. I don't mean that from no kind of rap flying. Like that's really like the real
Yeah,
deal. You know, yeah, man, just your last name. You know, and always your time. You know, always value your time. Those are two things that man, you can't get time back. You know, and like I said, you can go to a court office and change your name as much as you want, but you know your legacy and your family is very important. You know, and representing them, just knowing you're representing them every time you open your eyes. You
yeah,
know, I've had to realize that I'm representing my four older brothers, my kids, you know what I'm saying, my cousins, my aunts. Like I'm always representing, you know, the foundation of what we have, you know, as a family, as a human being. So yeah, man, that's what I got on that one.
that's what's up, man. Shit, where can the people find you? And let them know where to find the book too.
Yeah, man. I'm on Instagram, Vintage Mook, VintageMook, Vintage Mook. And on, of course, Instagram is everything. So in my bio on my Instagram is the link to where you can find the book on Amazon. You can find the book at vintagecoffee37.com. And we have other products there. We have shirts and coffee mugs and bags, candles, eucalyptics. I got a new grill, like some kind of not pronouncing everything right, but we got a lot of goodies there, man. It's a healing site. VintageCoffee37.com, and the book is on Amazon called The Major Laws Volume One. James Major Butler, and yeah, man, that's everything.
That's what's up, man. Man, I appreciate you coming through.
Nah, I appreciate you for let me run it with you, man. It's been a minute. It's been a
Yeah,
minute,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We left out so many stories. They have no
right.
idea, bro. Yeah, I see, man. Rest in heaven, our brother Ryan, man. Me and Jaws
Yeah,
always running it. You
yeah.
know, me and Jaws always running it. You know, he's doing great down here, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, he's doing great down there.
Sure. Well, Mook, thank you for coming through. Thank y'all for listening. It's the art of letting go. Peace.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.